Hey, what's up? This is Gallo from Squash Tips. This video is about the backhand. I'm going to teach you how to learn the backhand and the most common mistakes that you need to avoid. As for the forehand, the backhand goes from up to down in a downward trajectory. However, the impact point for the backhand is in front of your shoulder, not in front of your belly button as it was for the forehand. To make a backhand, you need to place the racket up, as if you were hugging yourself with the racket's arm, and then you'll make the swing by releasing the forearm until you have a fairly extended arm, and then you will use the shoulder as you slightly rotate your forearm. Since this is a hard technique, I'm going to explain you a more basic one first. To start learning the backhand, you can simply close your shoulder while keeping the arm extended. By doing so, you can teach yourself the proper impact point, which is in front of your shoulder, and start hitting some balls. Now let's do a simple exercise. Place yourself as near to the frontal as you can and start hitting some balls. Simply close the shoulder to prepare the shot and open it to make it. Try to avoid the mistake of hitting the ball too far away from you. And remember that the proper impact point is just in front of your shoulder. Once you are accustomed to the backhand, you can start learning the proper way of doing it. The first movement you are going to add consists of a slight rotation of your forearm. Near the impact point, just before you have a stranded arm in front of your shoulder, you are going to rotate the forearm horizontally toward the ball. This will increase your strength and make it easier to have a straightened arm just as you impact with the ball. Let me remind you that the reason why your body determines the shots you make is that you always hit the ball in the same place. This means that in order to make a drive, which is a straight shot that goes parallel to the sidewall, you are going to face the sidewall with your body. Again, the exercise to learn this consists of placing yourself near the frontal and hitting as many shots as you can. The reason why you rotate your forearm at the end of the swing is to make it so that you avoid to overextending your arm. That will cause some major troubles, and it's one of the top mistakes when learning the backhand. The last technique I'm going to show you in this video consists of one of the best way to make a backhand. This is surely not a final destination for your technique, but it's one great goal to shoot at. What you're going to do consists of hugging yourself with only the racket's arm, and then to make a shot you are going to first extend your forearm till you have an almost completely straightened arm. Then you are going to use both the shoulder and rotate the forearm horizontally so that you can hit the ball with a straightened arm without risking any kind of injury for your arm. The most common mistakes on the backhand are using your wrist, extending your forearm too much. The wrist is used to compensate for hitting the ball in the wrong impact point. Most of the time it is used when the ball is too close to you and you need to perform a backhand. Other times it can be used when the ball is too far from you and you hit it so that you will make a cross-court but are able to make a drive by rotating the wrist inward. Relying on the wrist to make a backhand will cause your shot to be imprecise and you lose potential strength that could come if you would use both your shoulder and forearm. The wrist is actually useful when properly used. To do so, you need first to learn the technique without wrist, and when you can consistently do the shots you want, you will learn how to use the wrist. The wrist is used instants before hitting the ball. You are going to swing it toward the ball just before impacting with it. If you try this right now, you'll probably do a cross court, as I taught you in the video about deception. To perform a drive, you need to have the racket perfectly aligned with your forearm just before you impact with the ball. To do so, you will stretch your wrist toward you when opening, and you will swing it just before impacting with the ball. By simply tweaking the wrist, you'll be able to make a cross-court or a drive. By extending your forearm too much, you are going to risk to develop a form of epicondylitis, known also as tennis elbow. By extending the forearm too much, you are going to lose some amount of strength and accuracy. As soon as you feel some sort of pain near your elbow, you should immediately stop playing and watch your technique. Make sure that you're not overextending your forearm and that you are actually rotating it horizontally near the end of your swing. That's it for this video. I want to thank you for watching. If you want to learn all of the fundamentals of squash, you can download my free ebook on the link below. I'm preparing a full HD 2-hour coaching program that will teach you all of squash fundamentals, and if you want to receive more information, you can subscribe to my mailing list by clicking on the link below. Thank you again.